The history of the Ottomans dates back to 1299 AD on the peninsula of Anatolia. First, the Ottomans were what was known as a Beylik, under the rule of Osman I. Upon its founding, the Ottomans did not have much territory, but they soon expanded due to successful clashes with the Byzantines, Hungarians, Bulgarians, and Serbians. Eventually, the Byzantines were subjugated to the Ottomans as a vassal state. From 1384 to 1397, the Ottoman Beylik began to expand more and more into the Balkans and into Anatolia. The expansion into Anatolia was halted and pushed back for a while due to an Ottoman interregnum over a dispute of who would rise to the throne that lasted from 1402 through 1413 and resulted in victory to Mehmed I. By 1451, the Beylik had expanded somewhat into Anatolia and the Balkans. Also in that year, Mehmed II would rise to power and promise to take the Byzantine capital of Constantinople, a feat tried time and time again by rulers before him, all in vain. Constantinople was considered a sacred city to Christianity, and for it to be conquered would be considered a massive victory for both the Beylik and the religion of Islam as a whole. Another disputed rival successor to Mehmed, Orhan, was also in the city, and the Byzantine capital was threatening the Ottomans with him, unless they were given sums of cash. Mehmed in turn surrounded 50,000 infantrymen around Constantinople and would begin bombarding the capital's elaborate Theodosian walls with a massive cannon known as the Basilic, developed by the Hungarian cannon engineer Orban, who was hired by the Sultan. The Byzantine Empire requested support for the city, but not much arrived. Within 54 days, the city fell to the Ottomans, in which the Sultan made the capital of the Ottoman Empire as soon as it fell. By 1512, the empire had expanded its rule further into the Balkans and had even gained some territory up north in Crimea, and the empire had a new sultan under the name of Selim I. Sultan Selim in 1514 declared war on the Safavids and gained some territory in the Middle East. Selim used his territory to also invade the Mamluks and annex all of their lands. These lands were very important to the Ottomans primarily because in modern-day Saudi Arabia it had the two holy cities of Medina and Mecca, both of which were very valuable to Islam and giving the Ottoman rulers the chance to gain the status as a caliph or the successor to Muhammad. The gaining of these territories also influenced trade between Europe and Asia so much that it prompted the Europeans to look towards the Americas more favorably than Asia in terms of trade. About a year afterwards, the empire also extended its reach to a region in northwestern Africa known as the Barbary Coast, a major strategic point for Ottoman pirates in the Mediterranean. In 1520, Selim's successor Suleiman I rose to power and shortly afterwards invaded Belgrade and Rode. The Ottomans on the northern border with the Hungarians noticed that there wasn't really any defense to the Ottomans and invaded them, annexing about half the nation and the Habsburgs annexing the other half. This invasion was very important to the power balance in Eastern Europe, primarily because the Hungarian power was a very rich kingdom in the region, and their Ottoman annexation greatly increased the Ottomans' grip over Europe. It is also to be noted that at this time the Ottomans also attempted to invade the Austrians but did succeed. The Ottomans then expanded further throughout the Middle East and North Africa, connecting territories to the Barbary Coast. From then on, the Ottomans would have frequent naval battles with various European powers for a while, and they also tried to invade the island of Malta, but failed to do so. The empire then invaded Cyprus and a few other islands within the Aegean Sea successfully by 1571, which worried the Europeans mainly because of worries of naval supremacy in the Mediterranean by the Ottomans. Pope Pius V promptly formed a faction known as the Holy League with various other European powers to have a rival naval power against the Ottomans. On the 7th of October on that same year, 212 ships of the Holy Leagues confronted 278 ships of the Ottomans at the Battle of Lepanto at the Gulf of Patras in modern southwestern Greece, which resulted in the Holy League's victory and a moderate de-establishment of the Ottomans' fast rate of expansionism.